What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another SAOIF video. In today's video, I am going over this right here, the two-handed spear feature order, and whether or not you should summon on this. Is this a good banner? Let's take a look at this, because there's a lot of things in here, a lot of skills in here. Some of them are very, very good spear skills, and it's kind of hard to make a decision on this. So let's take a look at all these skills. I'm not gonna roll the intro or anything like that. I want to just focus on this banner. I don't want to take anything away from it. As it stands, let's see all the skills that are featured. So if we go straight here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 featured skills. Okay, all spear skills. Of course, it's a spear banner. 10 featured skills. Now, here's the thing, though. While there's 10 featured skills, you have all these other 4-star skills in it as well. If you're talking about, here's the problem I have with these banners. The problem I have with these banners is, if you're doing weapon specific banners, don't freaking flood it up with all these other skills. Like, come on, let's be real here. Do we need Tactician Argo in a spear banner? No. Do we need Long Hair Asuna in a spear banner? No. Dark Swordsman Kirito? No. Unbeatable Agil? No. Full Offense Elizabeth? No. Fury, you get the idea. Vivid Strike Kirito? Come on. This is a spear banner, so it should be limited to spear skills only. If you want to feature 10 spear skills and then have the rest of the 4 stars be spear skills unfeatured, then that would be okay too. But don't flood it with unfeatured skills that are not spear skills. That makes no sense at all. No sense. You're gonna put swords, daggers, bows, rapier skills in here. It makes absolutely no sense. So why do it? You market it as a freaking spear banner, yet you put other skills in here. No, man. Like, if you wanted to put other skills, at least take out the other weapons, and you could put these passive skills in there, or the support skills. That would be okay too. But take out the other weapons. It's the spear banner. Anyways, that's my problem with this banner. Let's go over the actual featured skills that are on the banner, starting with One Wish Sachi, which is a burst skill. Now, I like this skill. It's high damage, and at its burst, it's very high damage. Okay, I like this skill a lot. It's basically a reskin of Azure Pursuit Sachi, which Azure Pursuit Sachi is a very good skill as well, and that's featured on this banner. If we go down here, right here, okay, I have this skill. I use it. It's fantastic, but it's a long animation, so just keep that in mind. Okay. So Azure Pursuit Sachi, very good skill. This is an OG spear skill. If you were re-rolling from the beginning of the game, I would always have recommended you to re-roll on this skill, because it's fantastic for farming. It raises your critical rate as well. And very high damage, 860% AoE all enemies, 8 times hit. So going back to One Wish Sachi. The difference is that this one, even though it's a reskin, it does 10 hits instead of 8. Don't ask me where the extra 2 hits are coming from, whatever. It's 10 times hit instead of 8. But it's the same length of animation, so whatever. Switch damage multiplies plus 300% for 10 seconds. It's a fantastic skill, and actually, let's take a look at it a little bit more in detail. If we go over here, we can do that. Right here. Okay, so we can take a look at this skill a little bit more in detail. When you use it as a burst, 1760% damage. Wow. Switch damage multiplies plus 300% for 30 seconds. More than regular switch gauge increase. This skill is phenomenal for spears. Phenomenal. I wanted it before, didn't get it. I still want it. This skill alone makes me want to go on this banner. Blue Fairy Leafa. This is a recent skill that came out. This was for the costume switch. This is an Earth ability, 830% damage. 2 times hit all foes. This skill is a reskin of this silica skill right here. Black Spear Silica. It's basically an upgrade from this one, kind of, but not, because this one burns. I use this skill quite frequently, in fact, on my spear setup. This skill 630% single foe, and it burns the enemy. And it actually, believe it or not, the burn rate for this is actually pretty decent. So it's a very good skill, especially if you're running like Godhammer Yui, or you're running in parties where your allies have the Kirito skill that will put a debuff on the enemy to allow you to do more fire damage. So very good skill. I actually really like that one. So going back, because I'm going to keep going, I'm going to go back and forth on these skills, especially considering that there's some of them that are reskins. The thing about this one here is it's much higher damage, it's AoE, and it raises your critical rate for 20 seconds. So it's a very good skill. Very good skill. I like it a lot. You know, and that's the thing. Is like, you know, there's a lot of very good spear skills. So that's one of them. Going on to the next one. Lovely Pastel Asana. Another really, really good spear skill. Again, another skill I wanted tremendously. First of all, I love the animation. It's unique. I love it. It's flashy. It's everything that you would want from a 4-star skill to look. Okay? It's an AoE hit, 780% damage. Not as high as the previous two, but still very high. And the reason why is because of its buff. Attack plus 1% per stack. Which, whew, that, ooh. Now, I don't know. See, I don't have the skill. If you guys have this skill, let me know. I would love to know if it stacks as every time you use this skill. That's important to know. Okay, that's important to know. The next skill. Gunner's Compassion Sachi. 720% damage, AoE, slash elements, weakness, damage, plus 25% for 8 seconds. It's not a bad skill at all. It's a quick skill. Very quick skill. I don't have anything else to say about that. Not a bad skill. This next one, though, I really wanted. God, I wanted this skill so bad. I still want it. Still want it. Flapper Spear Lisbeth. 620% damage, AoE, fire elemental damage to the monster plus 25% for 10 seconds. Look how fast that skill is. Look how fast that skill is. God, I wanted this skill so bad. I still want it. I still want it. This skill would be perfect for that silica skill that I mentioned. Next skill. Striving Effort Sachi. I have this skill. It sucks. Moving on. No, actually, let me go over it a little bit. Why I don't like it. 620% damage. Single foe. Okay. It's not a like super fast skill like compared to this one here. Compared to Elizabeth, it's not that fast. But it's not a like absolutely slow skill either. It does inflict poison, but the poison rate for this skill seems very low. In fact, every time I've used it, I rarely ever poison an enemy with it. Rarely ever. So, and considering that a lot of bosses are immune to poison, it kind of makes this skill irrelevant and obsolete. Because it's single foe, so you're not going to be using this on farming. There'd be no reason to. And like I said, it's not high damage, and it rarely ever poisons. So, I don't like this skill. Serene Lancer Lifa. Another reskin of Azure Pursuit Sachi. But doing holy damage this time. 860% damage, 8 times hit all foes. Attack increase effect will be removed from enemies. So if your enemy has a buff that increases their attack, this skill will remove it. Now, this skill kind of have mixed feelings for it. It's a good farming skill, but on the flip side, the bonus effect to it is very, very specific. So, like, it's a very situational thing that you're not going to use all the time. Meaning that it's kind of like you can use it. It's a usable skill, because it's holy damage, because it's high damage, and because it's AoE. But don't really count on using it for the bonus effect, because the enemy would have to have put a attack buff on himself in order for this to take effect. Next one, Majestic Climb. Sucks. Moving on. No. Let's actually take a look at it. Alright. I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. If you look at the stats just by itself, it looks good. It looks good, right? AoE, 800% damage, which is actually pretty high. And it gives you a defensive buff plus 15% for 15 seconds. So, on paper, it looks great. The problem with the skill, it's a very, very slow skill. Very slow skill. Look at the animation. Look how slow that attack animation actually is. And there's very noticeable delays in that attack animation when you're using it. I have the skill. Don't like it. Don't use it. On top of that, it's a slashing skill, which is kind of weird too. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't other slashing skills, because there are other slashing skills, but this one, it's the way that the attack is not even a slashing thing. It's like, it's a pierce. Like, you jump in the air and like stab them in the face. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, this one here is a slashing skill as well, but this makes sense. You're freaking slashing it. I don't know. Black Spear Silica, I already went over that, and Azure Pursuit Sachi, already went over that one. Now, give my final verdict on this banner. If you are new to the game as of this video, as of this banner, considering that we get 2,000 Arcana gems for logging in currently because of the anniversary event, this is a good banner to reroll on like crazy. Get that burst skill. You're good to go. Alright, get the burst skill. If you can get the burst skill along with, say, this Asana, good to go. You're good, man. Just roll with it. You're good. Alright, this is a great banner to reroll on. Absolutely great, especially if you want to use spears and you want a pretty strong start to farm out the game all the way through, at least until about floor 10. Because then you're going to start noticing you're going to need, like, swords and stuff like that, because the game likes to just slowly steer you to swords. But regardless, still very, very, very good banner for re-rolling on. Now, is this a banner that you should roll on if you're a veteran player? Well, that depends. Do you have a lot of Arcana to just throw away at this banner? If you do, and you're a whale, fine. Go for it. You know, great skills that are on this banner. I would say out of all of them, you know, there's two skills that I would say are not good, which is the Klein and the Poison Sachi. All the other skills are good, very usable skills. Some of them very, very, very good skills. You know, so if you're a whale, go for it. Throw your wallet at it. Mortgage your house. I don't care. Do what you're going to do. Now, those of you guys who are kind of a little bit more cautious with your Arcana gems like I've become, I'll tell you this. It's 1,500 for the first time. So you think about it that way. 1,500 for the first time. Is that doable for you? Or are you waiting for something better? If you want to wait for something better, be my guest. Wait for a birthday banner or something like that. I would say we'll see One Wish Sachi come back on like a Sachi birthday banner or something. You know, Asuna, we'll probably see this on Asuna's birthday. You know, things like that. But for spears, I like it. I like the banner. I like it. It's a good banner, in my opinion, as far as the skills that are available on it. The rates, I mean, the rates are whatever, like 2.2%. It's rates are never going to be good in this game. Like, I've come to terms with that. But, you know, just it's a good banner for the skills that are on it. So that's my verdict on it. And I'll leave the rest up to you guys, because it's your Arcana, it's your game. Until next time, thank you so much for watching the video today. I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll catch you all in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.